Today, bull versus bear. We put the spotlight on Maruti because auto stocks again in focus on Maruti and an M&M. We first specifically focus on a Maruti stock, the decentish kind of 1% kind of gain that we're seeing today's steady state. Automaker reported a muted Q4, brokerages largely positive. Puneet joins us with a bull versus bear case with regard to a Maruti.
Well, thanks for that. So definitely results weren't much to speak about, Harsh, as you rightly said. But definitely, I think one of the key numbers was the export number that the company has given, and that's a 20% growth that they're estimating in FY26. For context, FY25, they did a 17% year-on-year growth in sales for exports, coming at 3.32 lakh units, and that's one of the first bull cases that we have. Now, the key to note, and the key aspect is that the incremental sales of roughly about 70,000 units odd that they are estimating will largely come from the electric vehicle launch which they have, which is the e-Vitara. So essentially, the existing portfolio might not grow as much. That's what the numbers are indicating, what the management has given, and hence a flat growth of the existing portfolio in the export market is something that could be a potential bear case going forward. The second bull and bear case, of course, is the higher SUV sales percentage. Now, new launches are expected in this year. The e-Vitara is one. They're also expected to launch one more new SUV in this particular year, and that will likely aid some margins going forward. Currently, margins have been under pressure because of a multitude of reasons, and that has been because of a 190 basis point impact in Q4 because of course, commodity costs, as we mentioned, but they also had an impact of lower share of SUVs in this particular year by 40 basis points, 90 basis point impact on other expenses, among others. So overall, commodity hasn't been its friend, and the impact of higher competition and higher promotional expenses has been the other key aspect. And finally, in terms of valuations, currently trading at roughly about 25 times price to earnings, the current PE of the company. The last 2-year average has been around the 32 times. So definitely a stock that's giving some favor in terms of valuations. FY26 as well, company is trading at 21 times price to earnings. So definitely some value there. But it has come out and mentioned that they are not seeing too much growth or absolutely no growth in FY26 in the domestic market at least, and it is at a decent base in this particular year. So that is something to watch out for investors, because on the other hand, you have options such as something like a Tata Motors that's corrected much higher than something like a Maruti, more than 47% from its highs. And on the other hand, you have Mahindra, which is valued at 24 times price to earnings, but showing higher growth. So that's a call that investors have to take. But for today, while the results weren't too much to speak about, the export growth percentage might be something the market is rewarding in trade today.